Hello and welcome back, YouTube. I'm in my car. The clock says 4:51 p.m. on the dashboard. It is 4:53 p.m. Still Friday, May 19th, 2023. Looks like I'm recording in the phone mount. Yeah, I almost forgot that my sun visor kind of broke. That's been like the least of the problems with this car. Oh my goodness, what a mess the inside of this car is right now. Oh, I've missed this stupid car so much. Alright, well, I left the air conditioning cranked up and on the setting that should make it cold. Oh, I can feel it blowing cold already. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. You know, when I gave it to him, it had a full tank of gas, and it looks like it's sitting on less than half a tank of gas. I have to ask about that. It's like $50 for a tank of gas right now. Seems to be idling pretty good. How about some sound? Green day in my world.
He got himself back together and then kind of shimmied his way down the stairs in a fast manner to cover up the fact that he almost fell.
Always use
the railing. Rail. That's why it's there.
Even if it's embarrassing.
Use
wow.
rail.
My interior is a whole lot dirtier than it was before I got left. I'll say that. But seems to be running. God, I missed this stupid car. Alright, that air conditioning's starting to feel really good. Now it's blowing. Oh, yeah. Turn the high fan on, blow that cold air in my face. Oh, alright. He's got me wedged in here. Man. Fun driving challenge, trying to get out of here. Yeah, I fully sympathize with Waymo not wanting to turn into this spot. Like, I'm not particularly fond of getting in and out of here. I just don't understand why Waymo just didn't turn right and go in Chevron and just tell me to walk across this road. But on that note, I'm eager to get home and chill at home. I'm sure the kitties are starving. I haven't been home in over 24 hours. Have not been home in over 24 hours. Haven't heard from Natalie at all today. So I know it's very difficult for her to get messages out right now. Oh, but on the same token, I was gonna go by there last night, and I just never made it by there last night. I totally said I was gonna talk about give the rest of the Chase Bank story, and at this point it just feels so good to be driving. I'm not even. Well, that was a fun maneuver. You see that guy just cut off all those other vehicles? Never mind the guy running the yellow light. By the way, I was in the intersection before it turned red. Dude, you better yield. You better yield. That's right. God, I haven't drove in so long. Oh my goodness, I haven't drove in so long, it just feels weird at the moment. That's how Lieutenant Dan felt when he got his new legs. partially like, oh, okay, the rest of me has been reattached. I got my mech suit. I'm thirsty. And I had plenty to drink while I was over at Taco Bell. I actually got there in time for happy hour drinks, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I can make it to a Taco Bell right now in order to get another happy hour drink. But oh. That's so many things I want to do all at once, and what I really need to do is go home and feed my dang cats. They're probably both having an existential crisis right now. And I'm super thirsty, but I think I have stuff to drink at home. Not 100% on that. Actually, I probably don't. I might have to drink tap water. Yeah. Oh yes, so nice to drive by that bus stop instead of standing there and smelling the unique mixture of piss and fentanyl. See, the regular residents are sitting there smoking their fentanyl. Did y'all see it in the video? It's kind of hard to tell when I go by it when I'm driving. It just goes by so fast. I mean, I've been in that world for a month and a half now, so I'm keenly aware of it. I'm looking to the sides and seeing it. Wow, I just got a flashback to that homeless girl about a year ago that got kicked out of the Circle K by Phoenix PD. Who I had a bit of a chat with on my blog. That girl was so adorably cute. Never have seen her again. You know what would really hit the spot right now? Because I'm legit like very thirsty. What would really hit the spot right now is a great big 99-cent McDonald's sweet tea. It's been so long since I've been able to go to a drive-thru. Spend the next, God knows how long dealing with the aftermath of just how bad missing this car for a month and a half caused me to mentally derail. It feels so good to be back in my car. Campsite right there on the corner on the right. Whoa, did y'all see that little Hyundai cut in front of all that southbound traffic on 44th Street? That was close, holy crap.
17 south of Northern, that is where we've got a pretty big wreck causing some lane blockage. HOV and number 1 left lanes blocked, and it even looks like part of that number 2 center lane.
It has legit been nice not to have to really worry about
get through it. There's some kind of issue with this transition ramp from the 101 again today, transitioning to the northbound 17. That ramp is really heavy. In fact, traffic's almost back to 35th Avenue on the eastbound side of the 101, and slowing begins at 15th Avenue if you're westbound. There's also a couple other crashes. One of them resulted in a closure of 19th Avenue between Cactus and Sweetwater. Other wrecks at 51st Avenue and Van Buren, 24th Street north of Van Buren, and I am seeing some pretty heavy showers up there at Sunset Point Rescue area along the 17, but just some high winds here up in the North Valley. This traffic report brought to you by me, so get that seatbelt marked.
Did y'all see the mother with her son standing in the median there? Like she's teaching her son how to jaywalk. That's pretty. That's pretty impressive parenting. Teaching her son how to jaywalk right there instead of walking a little bit down to the crosswalk.
We're tracking a few storms as well. They're generally moving to the south.
5:03.
Folks around Anthem,
Yeah.
get ready because there could be
3 minutes too late
in
to
the
pull
next
into
several
that
minutes to the next
Taco Bell on the right and get myself a.
Weather brought to you by Powered Air.
It's 90 degrees. Boy, it feels warmer than that. I think it's a little humid right now.
Concerns over violent threats on K-12 campuses continue to grow. One Valley nonprofit is now taking a look at how it's impacting students and their mental health. KTAR's Taylor Tassler is live in the news center with details.
Not My Kid says the threats are leading to some students no longer feeling safe at school, causing additional stress. Vanessa Baker with the nonprofit explains some kids are coping by not talking about their feelings.
They don't feel like they can talk about it because it is so common and it's happening to everyone, and it's like, why be dramatic about it? So there's shame that comes.
There's the Chase Bank on the right I keep trying to talk about, but I can't seem to focus enough to get my story out. By the way, shout out to the banker that helped me. Like, I went in there in full, I'm not very mentally together mode. Damn it, I should have went straight and turned right after the bank. Full I'm not mentally together mode, and that guy managed to deal with me and help me and walk me through all my idiosyncrasies. And while I basically got hosed out of $175 in fees I don't feel I should have ever paid by Chase Bank, at least he helped me rectify it and was able to return $25 of those fees to me. Wow. There's another little shopping cart blanket fort on the right. Like, every one I look at, I'm just wondering, it's like, is that Natalie? I have no way of knowing if she's going to be in the same spot. She said the police had told her she needed to move. And she's got that app that she can message me with if she can get on some Wi-Fi. So. Yeah, I made a mistake. And it's just been so long since I've driven. My brain is still on the Adidas flats being my mode of transportation, and I forgot that to get into that McDonald's from northbound on 44th Street, it's best to go north past the bank and then turn into the alley and then get the drive-thru from the alley. Because going this way, you can't get to the McDonald's because of the median. Yeah, I used to really dig wide multi-lane roads like this, but I'm definitely in the Strodes are evil camp at this point. Now, I don't dislike urban freeways, however, like most people in the whole in the urban spaces, the no car spaces on the anti-car spaces, walkability spaces on the interwebs, particularly in YouTube and Reddit. Well, looks like the brand new Filiberto's is open. Finally. Wow, and it's not taking up the entire building. Yes, I'm really getting ready to go into the McDonald's drive-thru and order nothing but a large sweet tea. That's all I want. I'll pay cash for it. Shouldn't be a problem. Ooh. I've been seeing that homeless guy with the giant bear around lately. Or is it a giant? I guess it's a giant monkey. It's got a funny sign that says "Monkey need help." I don't know. Every time I see a homeless person with a funny sign, I think of the Chris Rock spoken word song thing, "No Sex in the Champagne Room," which was a parody of this other song that nobody remembers anymore called something about sunscreen. I mean, that's what it was called. It was something about sunscreen. Everybody's free to wear sunscreen, I think. Or remember to wear sunscreen. Damn. Look at this shitty ass line. Much as I'm loving the air conditioning, there's no point in wasting the gas. I have not missed drive-through lines, I'll tell you that. Kind of regretting that I pulled into here, though. Buy one, get one for $1. Yeah. I just spent like $5 at Taco Bell, which is a pretty good value. Ooh, it's a newborn baby. I think it was a newborn baby. I'm not sure if she was holding a newborn baby or a puppy. I saw two things at once. My mind ain't right like that. Sorry, I really want to launch into the story about the rest of what happened with Chase Bank, but I just am so damn thirsty. You know, and the whole reason of going to the drive-thru was so I could just get a drink quicker than having to get out of my car. Yeah, but that didn't work. And of course, I got a vehicle behind me blocking me in, so I'm stuck. I'm committed to this drive-thru, which I think is going to take a long time. I should know better to pull into McDonald's at 5 p.m., especially this McDonald's. Man, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets is $3. That's just shy of $1 a nugget. I can hear the woman in the vehicle in front of me just told the guy in the drive-thru, "I cannot hear you." It's funny that I can hear her saying, "I cannot hear you." I hear all these vehicles in front of me that are idling while not moving. Like, I get that they like to have their air conditioning on, but I wonder if people that are sitting and idling in the drive-thru like that realize how much their combustion vehicles are contributing to the heat right here, and how there'd be just a little less heat if they just shut off their cars in the drive-thru. And all the while complaining about how expensive gas is, because gas is like $5 a gallon right now. But like sitting and idling, making no progress in the drive-thru. Of course, I'm gonna be hating life if I turn the key and the stupid car doesn't start. It started right up though when I got in it, so that's a good thing. And I am so thirsty, and I'm totally regretting pulling into here. It's a lot more expensive, but I'm really wishing I'd have just gone right through the Filiberto's drive-thru. Assuming it has a drive-thru, most Filiberto's do, and got me a large horchata. That would really get the spot right now too, and I'd probably already be drinking it. So yeah, about I think $175 in fees. Anyway, sometime last November, it's been a while, last November, they changed my checking account, which had been a free checking account that I routinely keep a balance of about $30 in. Just because it's an account that I've had for a really long time. I was getting confused, and when I said earlier that that I opened that account after. When I was trying to explain to the guy at Chase Bank, like, why I had that account, I had mistakenly said that as well. But I opened my business checking account, which I did keep open. I opened that account when I got the gig at TGI Fridays. So it was obviously some gig before that, karaoke gig, don't remember which one. Paid me with a check, a sizable check, and I needed to cash it, and it was written on Chase Bank. And I drove around for a couple of days with that stupid check on me. I remember that's when I was driving for VIP taxi, and I was doing mostly non-emergency medical, or I was doing mostly unaccompanied transportation of unaccompanied minors for Child Protective Services. That's what I was mostly doing. And so I was doing a lot of long runs way out into the middle of nowhere in Queen Creek and Coolidge. There's a lot of group homes out in that area for troubled teens, just because they have a lot less problems with teenagers running away in that location. Because where are you gonna go, you know? And your riffraff friends are not willing to drive this far to get you, and you're so far out of your quote unquote world that you probably can't really explain to them where they are, and this is so far out of their world that even if you could, they couldn't find it. And I got a lot of those runs at that time when I was working for VIP taxi, because a lot of the other drivers couldn't figure out how to get there. Like, they'd be using their GPS devices, and back then we're talking about like the little Garmins that would sit on your dash, and like all the cab drivers were buying those Garmin GPS devices. This was definitely before smartphones. And not quite sure why I bothered. I'm not getting to the speaker. That blast of cold air felt good though. So anyway, yeah, the thing with those Garmins is, unlike when you're using a smartphone based on Google Maps or, you know, Waze or whatever for your navigation, or some of the other modern navigation apps where the maps are all coming off the internet and are all constantly updated. Yeah, those Garmins got outdated quickly. I mean, and you could get updates for them, but it just took a while from reality to become on the map. And as quickly as that area was being built, and I'm talking like south of Empire Road, far reaches of Queen Creek, Ocotillo Road, like way out far southeast valley, and all the way down to like Coolidge and Florence. So yeah, I was getting a lot of those. Were high dollar runs. Usually when I was picking up a teenager out there, they were coming all the way into Phoenix, or I was picking them up in Phoenix, taking them out there. But yeah, they gave them to me because I found the addresses, and I got to the addresses efficiently. So I was disproportionately getting a lot of those, and that was good. That was a good time for me. And of course, I'm so busy with that I really didn't have time to oh my God, a fillet of fish is $9.59. Yeah, I just want to get a large sweet tea.
Yeah. That was it for you?
That's it.
It's going to be a 140 after the next one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, that animation on the menu is something that wasn't there the last time I went to McDonald's. So, sorry, I wanted to get out from right in front of the, I think that chick's going to try to fight for the spot to get in front of me. I bet she is. Oh no, she's yielding and letting me go. Wow. Generally speaking, American drivers don't like to merge, and I've noticed that I've seen people getting aggressive on these kind of drive-thrus where it's a double drive-thru to order, and then you merge into a single line to pay. I've seen people get aggressive, and heard of even people hitting each other and stuff. So nice of her to let me out. Get my $2 ready. Oh, I still got that. Speaking of Chase Bank, I still got the sucker I got from Chase Bank. I thought I saw Crystal at the bank. Crystal, my lover from last year, that I had the roughly 1 week long, really intense fling with. And she asked for suckers. I said hi to her, and because I thought that's who she was. The woman really looked like her, and then I thought she was kind of responding to me, but it ended up being somebody else because this person drove and Crystal doesn't know how to drive. The resemblance was uncanny, though.
Are you the sweet tea?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So yeah, she commented about, she asked for the little suckers, the little hard candy suckers, which are generally speaking for kids that show up, but she asked for them, they gave them, and it was like, ooh, I want one. She asked for like 2 of one kind, and I'm like, ooh, I want one, and I said what flavor I wanted. Anyway, that was a cute flirting moment. I don't know if I'll ever see that woman again, but that was a moment. I really thought it was Crystal, though. I was hoping I'd get an apology, maybe some love, some nookie.
Tea right, sir?
Yeah. Oh, and can I only get like about some less, like only about half full of ice? Sorry, I'm super thirsty. Thank you. That's awesome, bro. Thank you. 23 minutes. Oh yeah, cars save so much time. That was on me. That was a dumb maneuver. That was a big waste of time. But you know what? I got my McDonald's sweet tea between my legs, cooling off my thighs. It's about ready to quench me in a big way. They're no longer 99 cents. That shows how long it's been since I've gone to McDonald's for sweet tea. Yikes, I'm blocking the drive-thru. The guy trying to get out. Trying to get my damn straw in the hole without it leaking everywhere. Oh God, that hit the spot. Oh God, yes, that hit the spot. I don't understand how McDonald's food can be so god-awful, and yet their sweet tea can be so damn good, but it really is. Go out the way I should have went in. Of course, I shouldn't have gone out that way. I should have went out and turned right, but I just really needed to get the straw in. I didn't want to block that guy. The guy behind me looked like he was definitely ready to get on his way. So, I'd almost forgot about running into the woman who looked like Crystal at Chase. So I reached in my pocket to pull a couple bucks out, and I realized I still got the candy with me. But anyway. Oh yes, I'm taking the long way. It just feels good to drive my goddamn car right now. And that air conditioning feels so good on me right now. Of course, I can always just pop in, go home and crank up the crank down the thermostat. That'll feel good too. So yeah, it's basically in November. I'm sure they sent me some kind of notice, but I never saw it. Which kind of, like, I'm sure somewhere along the line I agreed to we can change our terms at any time. But is it reasonable for a bank to suddenly start charging fees, monthly fees, just for having the account, on an account that has been open for years? I'm talking well over a decade and a half-ish. I mean, yeah, they mail you a notice, but how many people read absolutely everything and open every email from their bank? Come on now. Especially considering that 90% of it is bullshit. How many people read all the fine print? Now, granted, most people probably pay more attention to their bank accounts. And had it been any account other than that one, I'd have noticed it right away. And I'm surprised I didn't notice this one. It did seem weird to me that every time I tried to use that debit card, when I thought there was like, because I go to use that debit card over at my, I would go to use that debit card over at my, at Amazon in the break room on the, oh wow, there's a hell of a McMansion going in on the left there. It is so much bigger than all the houses around it. It's going to look so obnoxious when it's done. And it looks pretty damn obnoxious now, just putting up the framing for it. I just find it so tacky when people overbuild houses for the neighborhoods that they're in. Anyway, so I completely lost my train of thought seeing a McMansion under construction. So, almost already completely devoured that sweet tea. I was freaking thirsty. I guess I don't need to explain why I opened that account. Basically, so my Wells Fargo account was pretty much still technically existed, but it wasn't something I used anymore. It was something that was actually I owed Wells Fargo money. I mean, they did waive all of that eventually, but that's a whole separate thing. So I had this check, and I'm driving around like way down southeast Chandler, Queen Creek area, like way south of Germain, Ironwood, I don't know. Like, I know the major streets in that area, but like I don't know them off the top of my head. I can't see them right now because I just never I never go out that way. Now, granted, back in the back in the day when I was driving down there all the time, like I knew it very well. And I'm sure if I go there, it'll come back to me. But just to say it now, it's like difficult off the top of my head. But anyway, so I'm carrying this check around with me. It's probably for a couple $100, I'm guessing, for karaoke services. For somebody, I forget who. And I'm trying to, like, I hadn't made it to I figured I'd just take it to a Chase bank to cash it. Because generally speaking, if you take a cash to a bank that's drawn on, you can cash it there without being a customer or any additional fees or whatever. At least it used to be that way. Anyway, when I went in there, I forget how they talk, what the whole thing was, why exactly I opened the account. But anyway, they talked me into opening a checking account. And at that point, because of all the shit that had happened with Wells Fargo and Bank of America as a result of my divorce, oh, Julie's out. As a result of all that, I was on the check system, or whatever the heck the reporting agency is, of non-bankable. Don't let this guy open an account. Check system, I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I was on the banking shit list though, and oh yikes! There's the neighbor just came out of his door. The one that's been arguing with his girlfriend or spouse or whoever she is. Anyway, yeah, I've been. I need to go inside. I'm just gonna have to finish this later. Sorry about that.